Hi, this is just a bit about hanking your paracord. If you've got a small quantity, and like everybody else does, a small quantity, I do the same way. It's a figure of 8 between your finger and your thumb. It's not very hard, and it's very convenient, especially if you're doing electrical cables, small lengths, and then just wrap it round and then you're done. And that is my preferred way of doing short lengths. The problem is, and I'll throw that there, is when you've got a bugger that's about 50 foot. Now if I do the same way going around my finger and thumb, I end up with a big bunch here that I can hardly hold, my hands are aching, and it could just be a nightmare, and you end up with little short stubby, and it works. I mean, I did it myself way many times over, but my preferred way of doing it is to pinch it with the finger and thumb and go round my hand, and then go round my thumb over the back of the hand, and then go round the front. And what this means is you're doubling the length of the loop, and there is a bit of prying afterwards, but why I'm doing this I'll explain. You're not getting the ache on your hand, and you can either have a long shank or a short shank, which does make a difference. You can open it out for throwing, or if you're just taking a bit off. Now I'll leave myself a fair length. In fact, no, I won't. I'll just make it nice and short there. Now I end up with this unholy looking mess on my hand, and I'll take it out and I grip the middle. Now it's just a simple case of parting this, and I have a long shank which is nicely coiled, but on this occasion I don't need a large shank, so I'll take a length off and I'll fold it in half, and it keeps it nice and straight. If you look, I haven't got this zigzag that you can see all the way through that makes it really bulky, and it's not much longer, to be honest. Now with the loop at the top, what I'll do is I'll go around, and every second turn I give it a good tighten, and I'll do this down to the bottom, and it doesn't take long. Now normally people finish off by taking the loose end, tucking it through and doing this, and this creates a problem because this inevitably will get snagged, and as that gets snagged and pulled out, it creates a small gap, and when you come to use your cord again, you find out it's looking like this. And for me that's a bugbear because my stuff is in and out the bag constantly. So I'll take a bit off and I'll put my thumb over, and I'll go round my thumb twice. Not particularly tight, just I can get my thumb out. I'll take my thumb out, this leaves a small gap, and I put tag ends through of the loose end, and I'll snug it up, and I pull it in the same direction. It keeps the two strands together there if I pull in the same direction. So if it's going that way, I'll pull this way. I then pull the tag end down, and this creates me a small loop there. I then take the tag end again, this small end, and push it through, and I pull up, and it pulls this loop down. And with a bit of dressing, you end up with a flush loop. Now this will go in and out my bag constantly, but nothing will get snagged up on this loop. It's not sticking out. So I find this a better way of doing it, and I've been doing it this way for many years. And if you do a series of these small loops, you can actually put your 5 steel in, or a knife, or anything else that you're wanting, and tighten it up, and it'll stay there. And it's just a simple, convenient way of coiling a large amount of paracord. And on that note, I've got to get some work done.